Góðan daginn and welcome to the project pile. My name is Gunnhildur. I'm an Iceland, live in Iceland, and this is my podcast, vlog, chat type of thing where I talk mainly about yarn, about knitting, crocheting. Oh, look at this sun. I look very pale. Yeah, I talk mainly about yarn, knitting, crocheting, anything fiber related. As and when I discover it, because some of the things that people do with fiber arts is just out of this world. It's called a project pile because I have projects, they are in piles, and I just keep adding to them because why finish things? And yeah, I also talk quite a bit about the weather, like the fact that it's overcast but a little bit sunny right now. Yesterday, very sunny, very warm. Not the nicest. I can't remember what Friday was like. So yeah, I'm filming on Sundays. Can't remember Friday because I was sick. I remember a fever. I remember headache, dizziness, and my whole body just being painful. So nasty type of cold. I feel a lot better today. But I don't really remember much from Friday. I think it was windy. It may have been windy because yeah, we had a yellow alert on, yeah, we had a yellow alert that day. Started on Thursday. No, it didn't. Anyway, um, yeah, the entire country pretty much was on yellow alert, I believe, on Friday. I think. But I can't quite remember because, yeah. Oh, and also because I am an Icelander and I absolutely love my country, I do also try my best to mention whenever there is geological activities, which my country is. It has to be Iceland's favorite hobby. Is at least these past like 2 years. So we're still waiting on the most recent one. But according to messages that I've been reading from my oldest sister, who lives in on the peninsula where this little bugger is, currently she is not happy about the constant shaking, which is understandable. So yeah, we're still waiting on that one to do its thing. Still cannot remember what number what that one is going to be. Like, is it from the beginning of this like annoyance for the past like 2 years? That's been yeah. Um, can't remember number what this one is going to be, but it's expected to be soon, potentially in just in the next couple of days. So both my sister who lives on that same peninsula and my sister who lives in the Reykjavik area, they both have uh, live streams from the area on their televisions. Is like the fact that nowadays we can just watch a live stream of an active volcanic area is like 2025, man, 2025. But yeah, um, still feeling a little bit out of it. Um, which it's annoying, but at least I can talk a little bit. Um, I have made no progress with the cocoon cardigan. Absolutely none. I made a little bit more of the crochet shawl. So that one is growing a little bit. My skin is getting floppy. Really. I have to say, it's a very nice yarn to work with. This is the Hobby Halloween sock wool, the 75% super wash wool and 25% polyamide. So it is a very nice yarn to work with. I very much enjoy how the colors are working out. There was one knot, and So that definitely gets a point deducted. For the most part, hobby really doesn't have that many knots. I have to give them that. That's also one of the main reasons why I keep buying from them their own yarn, because hobby yarn and drops yarn generally don't have much, if any, knots. So I'm like, maybe it's like half a point or quarter point. Because so far it's only been one knot. And I'm still pretty certain that the can't remember where I read it because it's been years, that the because there are rules and regulations when it comes to yarn. There are international and national laws when it comes to acceptable yarn, basically. And I know that the acceptable maximum number of commercial yarn, the acceptable maximum number of knots in yarn, I can't remember if it was per gram or something, but at least in a scheme like this, maximum 3 knots. Which is probably why I got this very nice yarn, another yarn that I got off of Hobby, but for points, because that's another thing that you get from Hobby when you buy things off of their sites, you get points. And they do have a very, very lovely point store that always changes. Like it doesn't have the same things year after year after year. They always change it up a little bit. And they do have yarn there that is exclusive to the point store. And I remember, do I remember? Yeah. I got the really, really lovely soft yarn. I think it's a bamboo silk mix. It's somewhere over there. I cannot be bothered to try and find it right now. Mainly because I'm still a little bit annoyed at it. It's in Hanks, which is not a death sentence. Absolutely not. You can always work it out whether you do that by like pulling it up manually, just by using your hands, or if you use a chair of or one of these like spinny things. But the annoying part is that yarn has so many knots. So many knots. Like it's such a gorgeous and interesting yarn to work with, because it goes from like basically like this small and thin and worked to just fluff balls. And I've been trying for the past, I don't want to think how many, long time, working up a very simple basic just scarf. Very, very simple basic. But I don't think I'm halfway done with it. But it's on a long, long hiatus, because I just couldn't do with all those knots. Like at the end, whenever I finish that scarf, I'm gonna need to weave in so many ends. There are gonna be so many ends in that scarf, and it's gonna be an annoyance, because if you've been watching this thing of mine for, well, potentially not that long actually, because I feel like I keep moaning about it. I detest weaving in ends. I don't like it. It's my least favorite thing to do, but at least I know I'm not the only one about it who doesn't like doing that, which is why the other day I was so proud of myself when I wove in the ends of 2 very, very simple shawls that still had the ends dangling. And I just sat down and did them. It takes such a short amount of time because I managed to distract myself, which is what I need to do with the shawls that I made for myself and my sisters for Christmas presents this year. I need to get them finished. I need to weave in the ends and wash them and lay them out and all that fun stuff before I ship them off. But yeah, did I tell you last weekend that I had a viewing of a house of like small apartment? Yes, I did. I finally managed to uh, contact I think the word is realtor. It's one of those very strange English words. I think that's the American word. I think the English, like the British, have another word for it. Side note, when when there are two major versions of the same language, because we learn British English in school, but then our television and internet and our social actions mostly American English, having to learn two versions of the same language, it's very interesting when you get to the point where it actually is fun. But sometimes it's a little bit of a headache. And also, you only count English once as a language. You don't get to count it twice. Like when people ask you how many languages you speak, you can't say, although you should be able to. You can't say English or British English and American English. No, you have to say English. Just okay, aren't the same. And then you like factor in like Australian English and I'm showing my ignorance here. All the other versions of English. They should count. They should really count. What was I talking about? Yeah, the apartment or the flat that I got to have a look at on Thursday, actually. Thursday was a long day. Maybe that's why I got filled with a fever on Friday. But yeah, Thursday was a long day. It was a full working day. Um, then I had the viewing, and then it happened at night, and it happened to be on the Kotelette which I think is T-bone. It was really tasty. That was the cook or the chef that they have at the hotel is so happy that they got him back. But yeah, the dinner was fantastic, and I actually did manage to do a little bit. I'm all over the place. I'm just happy that I'm actually able to focus and speak because I wasn't able to do that on Friday and Saturday. I'm like, now I can speak and you're gonna suffer through it. But yeah, I did manage to do a little work on my other show from the universe Halloween sock wool. The sock wool from Hobby, I like it. I love it. Yeah, it's called sock wool, but it is fantastic for shawls. Look, a little bit more in the middle rib. I still haven't made any big mistakes there, so it's still looking pretty. Oh, it's gonna be so pretty. I cannot wait to get to the other colors, like particularly orange. It's gonna be so nice. And yeah, still got little pumpkins because those just fit with this yarn. And the little stitch markers. But yeah, I had the viewing on Thursday. My eldest brother, fortunately, was able to get a little time off from work to come and look at it with me, which makes me really happy too. I love my siblings. I am very fortunate with them all. Every single one of them. Even the ones that yeah, anyway. So my oldest brother came with me to have a look at this build this apartment and I'm like, I'm kinda in love. I have to say I am very much in love. It is small enough and big enough. And the lady who she basically built it up with her husband. It used to be, well, how do I explain it? The main building used to be, I believe, there usually was some kind of business on the bottom floor. There's also a basement, but I didn't get to see that time. But now it's a communal space. I'm like, hmm. But yeah, the bottom floor or the first floor, whatever, or ground floor, whatever you want to call it, I believe has usually been a business. And then the second floor or the top floor has usually been a home. And behind that house may have this, I think the main building was built like um, early 1900. The back house, I don't really know if that used to be like a just a shed or garage or um, like for animals. I'm not really sure about the history of the house as a whole, but I'm pretty certain that it started out as a farm. Um, but nowadays, the owners they have, I think, she may have either inherited or bought it from her parents, because that building has been in her family at least 2 generations, I think. And they already renovated the main building into 3 apartments, 2 or 3. And then the back house, that one they've renovated into 2 apartments. And the last one is the one that I had looked at, and I am quite frankly in love. I am in love. It is a single bedroom and really, really nice bathroom as well. The shower there, how they solved the space like issues, fantastic. The kitchen, so much storage space, so many cupboards and um, yeah, I think the word I'm looking for is cupboards and shelves, and how they yeah, just use the space. Fantastic. That is perfect for a single person. And the living room, because it's an open space there, like the kids in the living room. It's so nice and bright, and it's just cozy. It's just, yeah, I'm in love. I'm absolutely in love. There is a huge yard that comes with, is included. It does have um, like fake grass, but that area is just really, really big. Like really, really big. And there's even there's an outside storage area, which is very generous. And then there's a little like loft. And going up there, because it has like a fold-away stairs that go into the ceiling, um, is brilliant. That solution is brilliant. And the loft, just stick it full of pillows and like little mattresses and thin ones, and that's gonna be so cozy. And it's just, yeah, I am absolutely in love, and I'm so grateful that my oldest brother had got a little time off from work to come accompany me to have a look at it, because I am so grateful. And yeah, I am seriously considering it. But yeah, that would be my first time buying property, buying something that big. Like so far, my biggest purchase has been like the washing machine, or yeah, basically the washing machine has been my biggest purchase so far. I'm like, obviously, I'm gonna need to buy myself a new washing machine and fridge, I believe, a nice sensible fridge. But otherwise, yeah, it's really, really cool. I am very, very much, yeah, I am kind of in love. And also the owner has been very, very kind and generous. She's offered me to just go get the keys from her and just stay there a little while, like in the afternoon, just like by myself to get feel if that space really feels like suitable for me. She's also suggested that I get some ladies, gather some ladies, and get them to come and have a look at things, and especially the kitchen, because a kitchen is really, really important. Doesn't matter what your gender identity is, the kitchen is important. And ooh. And the fact that I'm already picturing like painting the walls and what kind of curtains would be, what kind of curtain rods I could, or what solution I could put up there, um, what kind of like bookshelves would go in, and things like that. I think that's a pretty good sign. The only thing I'm gonna miss are my little neighbors. They're being a little bit rowdy, which is, thank goodness they are allowed to be children. They've been a little bit rowdy this morning. I've been like, um, I would miss them actually. That's the one thing. But the other thing is that their great aunt actually lives in one of the other apartments. So I would literally be moving from one set of the family to another set of the family. I'm like, mhm. And also that building actually has cats, and quite a few of them. I didn't quite catch if because the owner's daughter actually lives in yet another apartment, and I didn't quite catch if she has 2 or 3 cats. One I know is 100% indoor cat. Doesn't go outside, which is good because we are we are. I've already mentally moved there. But the buildings are by the main road. But she's also kinda adopted, but at least taken care of. One, I'm gonna say wonder. I'm not gonna say stray, but yeah, she's taking care of a wanderer who's pretty much just moved in at this point. He's orange, he or she. I've met that cat. He is adorable. He is absolutely adorable. And honestly, just the fact that I know some of the neighbors already, and the fact that there are cats, and the apartment is so cozy. I'm just, yeah, very, very, very heavily considering it. Is it a little bit on the pricier side? Yes. But considering that it went from basically a dilapidated old garage type of thing to a borderline cottage in town, yeah, it's worth it. Also, there are really, really low the windows in the building. Really low. Yeah, I'm feeling very positive about that apartment. I'm like, so mentally, I really think I could fit myself there. Um, yeah. Easy. So yeah, that is, I think, the most I'm going to talk about this weekend. Made a little progress on both shawls. Just really happy with them both. Potentially another volcanic activity eruption in Sint-Nugagiorus. We thought that Eyjafjallajökull was a tongue twister for anyone non-Icelandic, and then Sint-Nugagiorus came along and it's like, Fimmvörðuháls, Eyjafjallajökull, Þríhnjúkagígur, Sund-Hnjúkagíguröð. Yeah. Oh, but there was something else I wanted to mention though. Like that is my knitting crocheting this past week. Been nice. Like literally, I only bring this with me to knit nights, so that's gonna take a little while. This I work on while I'm like watching YouTube, which is a good little rule to have for myself. If I'm passively watching something, crochet. Reaction videos. That's what I was gonna mention because that was one of the things that I do remember that I did see some on Friday, definitely yesterday. I voice crack. I got recommended so many videos of Americans reacting to Europe and living in Europe, and it's interesting. It's always fun to see how other people experience what you feel is normal, and honestly saying some of the things you're like, all right, continental Europe does that, but the concept itself of reaction videos, I still find it very fascinating because people are literally watching someone else's video and reacting to it and having some conversations and insight and opinions on things that the original creator is talking about. Still not sure what I feel about it though, because it's really weird to me. Yeah, still very weird thing. Reaction videos and commentary channels. I think I mostly stopped watching those actually. Because I blocked, I don't know how many channels I had to block because of a single subject matter. Making the occasional video or, fewer, preferably, talking about a certain other content creator online is fine. Absolutely fine. Constantly making commentary and discussion videos about another person who happens to be a content creator online is really crossing the line. Because if I'm constantly seeing the same exact video again and again, I block those channels. And in this case, it's because I got so tired of all these people constantly talking about I think it's Glitter and Lace, something like that. I haven't really watched her for years at this point. I don't have an opinion on her as a person or a content creator. I'm just meh. So constantly getting these exposés, commentaries, reactions to every single thing that she put online or just does. No, thank you. I cannot be bothered. And when it's the only thing I see coming from these people, I'm like, no, I'm not watching that. Please get off my feed. I cannot, like the first time I started noticing this thing, Because the first video I saw of glitter and laces for so long, it was this whole video that she put out that was like 16, 17 minutes long. And she was rather downcast and being like, and yeah. Otherwise, I was like, well, video's fine. Being honest about the fact that the clothes don't fit her. Would have been better if she either read the description better or if there had been better descriptions. Yeah. Otherwise, meh. What I saw, I think in the line right after. Yeah, it was less than 24 hours between those videos. Her original video, and then some other content creator, this reactionary, who made over an hour long video just about that video. I'm like, I'm not watching that. I don't care enough. And also, why are you focusing so much on another person? Maybe it's just European in me. I'm like, I'm giving you more side eye than I am giving glitter and laces. But yeah, that is enough from me this weekend. Hopefully I'm not gonna catch another cold. Hopefully this winter isn't gonna be the same as last winter. And yeah, if anything else happens with the apartment, I will tell you about it in upcoming videos. And yeah, hopefully life is good to you, and hopefully better than it. I cannot remember how I do this. But yeah. Oh, also, if and when the next eruption in Suntukakigaurus happens, I will tell you. Okay? Until then, take care. Bless, bless.